All right, guys. So this is the beginning of a new adventure for me. Um, so about a year ago, I bought this land, this property here, and I was living on a normal house until the prices of rent skyrocketed, and I was no longer able to afford the rent. But at the same time, I don't like the city. This here's a great place. Oh, look what we have there. Great moment. Oh, he just left. There's a turkey right there crossing the road. But anyway, so I had to move out to the country here, and uh, there's no place in the city that would accommodate me with my vehicles. That's my big truck. That's my other big truck there. So this is pretty much day one of me moving into my motorhome. So that's the motorhome there. It's an old motorhome, but it's pretty long. I think it's 32 feet long, maybe 27. Not too sure. It's a 1984 Ford Coachman. And I actually got it for $600, but it's in pretty rough shape inside, as you're going to see shortly. So that's another trailer from I rented out to a family that was in need. They couldn't afford the place they were living in before, so I let them rent this spot here pretty cheap. They ended up finding a more suitable place farther away, but they might actually be coming back. Anyways, that's their trailer. There's my sea can there. That was the first thing that arrived here. And it does look pretty cluttered. But as you can see, one of the first problems I had was the ditch here. So even though I've got a lot of land, everything from here to there and past there is mine, there wasn't actually a spot where you can actually park a car. So the first thing that I did was, back in winter of 2019, I think it was, I had a triaxle truck deliver 20 tons of gravel right here. They just threw it in a big pile, and it was frozen, and me and my dad helped me out. We spent 3 days here spreading out the gravel from here to there. So this is kind of where everything went. But I do plan on, spreading things out, continuing the road, making other entrances, or just expanding on this one. More gravel. So yeah, and then about a month ago, I bought the snow blower. There's a hell of a lot of snow here. About 60 centimeters of snow or more. Ended up not really working. So I ended up just coming a month back here a month later. That set me back a month, but oh well, it wasn't too bad. And finally, the weather is just getting better. Should be the end of winter. Unfortunately, there's a lot of garbage here at the land. People there left a bunch of garbage here as well. And there was some garbage here. So we're going to have to get rid of that. And it does look horrible, but this is, that's so you can have an idea of what it's supposed to look like. It's a pretty beautiful place without the garbage. But we'll get to that soon. I don't know if I lost the car keys or someone stole it. Someone was definitely been here without my authorization. I actually had a sheet of plywood in the motorhome that I was going to use, and somebody stole it. But nothing else is missing except for my keys. Fortunately, I have a spare. Not for the trunk though, but okay, so gotta get the car started. Fill up the tires. This tire here Needs to be filled up as well. This is the S1900. I have a full series on my YouTube channel, Old Crow's Classic Cars, of restoring this truck. That's not supposed to be there. So I spread all this gravel out. There was already a few rocks here, but no gravel. So I spread all this gravel out, me and my dad. And then this newer load here, I spread out by myself. I wish I had this truck here before. So I actually did this gravel run here with my truck. I did it myself, so pretty proud of myself. My first gravel run. I got about 20 tons of gravel, and it filled the box about halfway. It's a pretty big box, about 40 tons, I think. Finally, we have some sun. And here's the motorhome. So we're in the process of getting a bunch of garbage out. There was the door. So unfortunately, the door was irreparable. I could have possibly bought another door. I'm a bit cold. A small flu. But apparently they don't make the square doors anymore. They make them rounded. So I would have had to find the door and then rearrange the frame. Apparently it's not a lot of work, but I just decided to use plywood and just close up the door, because really we don't need it, and I rather use the door space for something else, like a cabinet. And I just decided that we're just going to use the doors here, the driver's door, normal doors, car doors, for getting in and out of the trailer, or the motorhome rather. I had to take the cover off, and there's my fuel tank there. Got that off of a generator. I think the fuel pump wasn't working, so I just bypassed it and gravity fed it to the carburetor. Seats aren't too bad. Like they're dirty now because I was cleaning up there, but it's not bad. Like, this is like the first day that I'm cleaning it, so just wanted to show you guys what it looked like before I cleaned it. I didn't have to hit it that hard. And overall, there's actually no rust underneath. It's in pretty good shape. So the frame and everything, it's pretty good. Even the bless me. I mean, for $600, it's can't really go wrong. Honestly, I didn't test anything. The idea with this here is just for me to have a place to sleep in. So if everything else is not working, I mean, it has a fridge, a stove, a toilet, a shower, and all that. But even if those things weren't working, I would still have bought it, because again, I just wanted a place to sleep in. And I mean, ideally, I would have bought another container, but the container actually became twice. At one point, it was twice the price it was 2 years ago or 1 year ago. Now I think it's gone back down a bit, but it's still pretty expensive. It's quite a bit more expensive, definitely more than the $600. And so I didn't really have a good place to put it. And once you put it in a place, well, good luck moving it. Like, it's a whole operation just to move it. Whereas this, I can just move it around if I have to, right? So that's why I kind of went for the motorhome. There's no leaks inside. The roof is pretty good. And that's what I want, right? I've got a generator. It's got a generator. It looks in good shape. So I actually searched up that generator on, and the generator alone is worth at least $800. So I think it was a pretty good purchase. I had to pay another $450 to get it here, but I don't think, like, by far this was the cheapest of the cheap that I could find. It's broken here and somebody tried to replace this, but I think we have a little bit of water infiltration through here and maybe a bit through the top. But we'll fix that. And I mean, the rubber is bad in some spots. But again, all things that I can fix without a huge problem. Looks like there was a camera there. Backup camera. That tire needs to be filled up a bit. Things are in pretty good shape. The real bad part is inside. Inside it's looks like a druggie's, a junkie's motorhome. So here's where the door used to be. As you can see, I'm putting these pieces of 2x6. And then I'm just going to close this up here with plywood. Have some water infiltration there. I got the there used to be a bed here, and it's actually in pretty good shape. I mean, dirty, filthy, full of rat shit and crap. Hopefully we can wash it or replace it, but we're gonna just got it off to clean it. Probably gonna do away with these curtains. They're ugly as hell. Now, what I really liked about this trailer or this motorhome is that all the cabinets are actually solid oak. So that was a big plus for me when buying it. And again, just gotta clean it up. Put that back in. Driver's seat is pretty ripped up, but whatever. Clothes, tools. And I think it would have been very boring without just me alone here. So fortunately I have my good friend here.
Hi, how are you?
He'll be living here with me. Probably get a microwave. The stove here was just disgusting. Unfortunately, I have good parents that are helping me out with cleaning. But as you can see, it was pretty filthy. Fridge here. Ooh, look at that. Here. Water infiltration there. It's already a lot better. I should have probably done the video a bit earlier. It's a lot worse than this. Oh, look at that. The shitter and the the shitter. The washroom or bathroom is actually looking pretty nice. Let's crap off. It wasn't like this. Trust me, it wasn't like that before. So that's what a shower looks like. It's actually plastic. It's not actually tiles, but it would be nice to restore this, but I don't know if I will or won't. Looks like we're getting a bit of water from these stupid things here. I think this one actually needs to be closed up. And I don't think this trailer was ever cleaned. Like just take a look at this here. How disgusting that is. And I think whoever lived on it here, it's just a bunch of sticky stuff, and it looks like fat, like fried oil. So I think, and from judging from the stove, condition of the stove, it's probably one of those really obese drug addicts lived in this motorhome. So it looks like look at that. And it's just sticky, so it just certainly looks like they fried pork or whatever all day, every day, and never bothered to turn this thing on so that the oil vapors just spread out everywhere. I mean, even the cabinets are now clean, kind of, but even the walls were just full of this sticky stuff. Just look at that there. Maybe, like, shouldn't be too hard to just replace this whole thing. The flooring is actually, I mean, it does look like we're going to be able to clean it. But in the future, it would be awesome to have to add some vinyl or, hell, even let hardwood flooring on here. This chair is pretty cool. This chair, I don't know if we'll keep this seat here or remove it. There was another one here, but it was just beyond repair. It looks like it was used by a dog for many years, but it's just beyond repair, so I got that out. And again, like overall, there'd be like 4 seats plus these here. You could fit another 2 people on each side of this here, so you'd have a total of 8 seats. Like, we're never actually gonna have 8 people in here while we're driving. I don't think so. I mean, we can just, these seats are in the way, right? Like, if we have some removable seats, then you could always just put them in if I ever need them. So another seat here. This here, I'm pretty sure this is the top of a table. So this is where there'd be a table here. This is where you'd eat. But obviously that's missing. Little bits of crap everywhere. Oh, what the hell? Holy shit, look at it. Looks like somebody. Uh-oh. This looks dangerous. Oh, man, look at that. Crap there. I'd probably just do away with all of this and just install some light bulbs up here. I'm not sure yet, but these crappy little plastic things definitely have to go. Definitely gonna need one of those. Not sure what that is. Honestly, I'm not. This is the first time ever I'm living by myself. I've lived with my parents until now. I'm a pretty independent guy, but I really like family life. And honestly, I wouldn't want to live here by myself. It is a necessity at this moment. But fortunately, I have my friend here with me, so it would have been horrible here by myself. I know I've heard of people that do that, but it's definitely not me. I'm pretty sociable. I'm pretty social. What else? Yeah, probably some rats, and I wouldn't be surprised if there were snakes and raccoons in here. Crap there. Now you're probably wondering, how am I going to sleep in here during a Canadian winter without this actually working? So right now, the whole wiring of the motorhome, like the mechanical part of it, is just shit. So it would take me a few days to get it going, like properly. I did get it going, but it's precarious to say the least. So I don't know about anything else. Like I don't know if anything else is working. So what I did is I bought a diesel generator, like a construction grade diesel generator. There it is. And that's going to be our heater. So if the generator on the motorhome isn't working, if the motor itself isn't working, whatever happens, I've got that there. So yeah, that's going to be our source of heat for now. At least until we get everything else figured out. And this is very, very powerful. There we go, ready to use. And I mean, you buy it and it's ready to use, right? So yeah, it's starting to rain again. I hate rain. I'll actually do the repairs. No, it's actually closed right now. I'll actually show the repairs on the motorhome on my channel, Old Crows Classic Cars. I just want to keep things separate. And Old Crows Classic Cars is just for classic cars, trucks, classic vehicles, right? I'm gonna have to do some painting work here. There's just a lot of stuff to do. This swamp area here, I'd like to get it filled up with gravel. This part here as well, fill that up. Just a big mess, garbage everywhere. Family that lived here was a big family, and single mom. So I guess they keeping things organized wasn't their best asset, I guess. There's a solar panel there, interesting. But we'll get it cleaned up. I mean, it's honestly my stuff looks a mess as well. And it is what happens. It's what happens when you do things in a hurry, right? When you have to do things last minute. Tires for the truck. That looks cool. That looks awesome. I actually planted these cedar trees as well. Might use that table in there if it's still useful. I don't know. So, pretty much for this week, like I try to establish objectives for a certain time frame. So, my objective for this week, like I'm going to sleep here tonight. We're sleeping here tonight. But my objective for this week is hopefully to get the motorhome livable. And I mean, I'm sure some things will come up when I actually start using it, right? So maybe I'll notice a leak somewhere inside. It doesn't look like there's any leaks except for the corner here. It doesn't seem to be very bad at all. And the back corner, which we probably won't be using that much, might just be inside the wall, so it won't actually drip water on me while I'm sleeping. But it does need fixing. I need to get the trucks fired up again. Get motorized. The vehicle is important. Especially this here. I gotta fix this up. And like I know there's people that most of the videos that I've seen on YouTube are of people living in a motorhome, are people that are away from society. They're living there by themselves. They don't want to really talk to anyone. They're okay with just being away from society, which is fine. Like I respect that, but that's definitely not me. I I have the motorhome here, but my ultimate goal is to actually build a proper house. So my goals are in many ways are different, right? But I'm certain will I'll talk about that as I go along. What a day to start! Rain and like this gravel here was just awesome. This was for sure the best thing that I ever did here, because everywhere else it's swamp. Like it's really Shrek's home right here. It's nice to walk on firm, clean land. Their motorhome there is not in a good place, but same for them. Like they had to move in last minute. So I guess next video I'll show you motorhome cleaned up, and I'll probably do another short video. I'll do a short video, not another short video, because this one is a long video. I'll do a short video tonight of my first night in the motorhome. All right, take it easy.